Good morning, class. Welcome sa isa na namang leksyon ngayon episode. At ang lesson natin ngayon ay handa na ba kayo? Halina at ating alamin. What is percent? Percent is the ratio that compares a number to 100. You can write percent as a fraction with a denominator of 100. You can use the symbol percent, which is called the percent sign. After going through this lesson, you are expected to find the percentage, rate, and base, or percent in a given problem, as well as to solve routine and non-routine problems involving percentage, rate, and base. Handa na ba kayo? Halina at matuto! Dexter's daily allowance is 40 pesos. He spends 12 pesos for snacks. This is 30% of his daily allowance. In the situation given above, we can say that 30% of 40 pesos is 12 pesos. Alin nga ba dito ang percentage, rate, at base? Alamin natin. In this case, you can now easily identify which is the percentage, the rate, or the base. Let P be the percentage, let R be the rate, and let B be the base. Now, tingnan nga natin dito. 12 pesos is percentage. Gamitin natin ang symbol na P. It is the number or the amount that represents. Lagi niyong tatandaan, pag percentage, siya yung mas mababang number. 12 pesos. 30% is the rate. Gamitin natin ang symbol na R. It is the number compared to 100. It usually has either a percent sign or word percent with it. Sa rate naman, tandaan lang natin, meron siyang percent sign and it is always compared to 100. Pwede natin siyang isulat na decimal number. Example, 30% is equal to 30 over 100. And last one, the base. Base ang gagamitin natin ay capital letter B. 40 pesos is the base. It is the number that represents the whole or the entire amount. So pag titingnan natin sa given, 40 ang mas malaki ang value kaysa sa 12. Since 40 ang mas malaki ang value, siya ang gagamitin natin or isusulat natin as base. Tingnan nga natin ang mga halimbawa. Gamit ang Tekans triangle to find percentage or P, just cover P since R and B are next to each other. It means multiplication. So pwede ninyong takpan yung letter P at makikita ninyo yung R at B. Since magkasunod sila, gagamitin natin ang operation na multiplication. Halimbawa, P is equal to rate times base. Next, to find the base or letter B, just cover the B. Since P is over R, it means division. Now, tingnan nga natin. Base is equal to percentage over rate. Next, last one. And to find the rate where R, just cover R. Since P is over B, it means division. Now let's write R is equal to percentage over base. So magagamit natin ang mga formula na ito mamaya sa pagsasagot natin. Tandaan, it is a Tekans triangle. Next, finding the percentage. Tingnan nga natin. Example number 1. Find 75% of 60. Sa given natin, gagamitin muna natin ang technique using decimal. Change the rate to decimal. In this given, meron tayong 75%. So ang rate natin ay 75%. I-change natin to decimal. 75% times 60 equals n. Ang hinahanap natin ay percentage. So, i-change na muna natin si 75%. And that is 0.75. Paano po nakuha? Isulat nyo lamang 75 divided by 100. Next, kopyahin lang natin yung times 60 equals 45. So 0.75 times 60 is equal to 45. So gamit ang inyong calculator, madali lamang, di ba? But paano kung gagamitin naman natin ang technique using a proportion? Tingnan nga natin. 75%, isulat natin na 75 over 100 equals n over 60. So ilalagay natin doon percentage over base. Pwede na tayong mag-cross multiply. 75 times 60 equals 4,500. 100 times n equals 100n. Since 100 ang katabi ng ating variable na n, i-divide natin sila both by 100. So cancel na natin si 100 para matira na lang si n. 4,500 divided by 100 equals 45. So 45 is 75% of 60. Gaya ng sabi natin, si 45 are percentage. 75% ang rate at 60 ang ating base. Mas malaki ng di hamak ang base sa ating percentage. Next, example number 2. There are 250 pupils in a school. If 20% of them are boys, how many Boy Scouts does the school have? Tingnan nga natin, ang rate natin ay 20%. Laging tandaan, rate may percent sign. Ang base natin ay 250 dahil yun ang pupils na nasa paaralan. So hanapin natin ang percentage gamit ang decimal. Now, solving this problem, just change the rate to decimal. Since 20% ang ating decimal or rate, change natin siya into decimal number. So 20 divided by 100 is equal to 0.20. Pwede rin namang 0.2. Pero dito, gagamitin ko ang 0.20. So we have 0.20 times 250, that is the base, is equal to 50. So nakuha na natin ang percentage. So that is 50. Sige, tingnan naman natin gamit ang proportion. Using a proportion, isolve nga natin. Isulat natin ang rate as 20 divided by 100 is equal to n over 250. So that is percentage over base. Solve nga natin. 20 times 250 is equal to 5,000. 100 times n equals 100n. Since 100 ang katabi ng variable na n, divide lang natin sila by 100. So i-cancel na natin si 100 para maiwan ng n. And 5,000 divided by 100 is equal to 50. Nakuha natin ang parehong sagot. So percentage natin is 50. So 50 is 20% of 250. 50 ang Boy Scouts sa paaralan. Next, finding the rate, R. Example number 3. 45 is what percent of 75? So let's think. N ang hinahanap natin kasi wala dun ng number na may percent sign. So N represents the unknown. N% of 75 is 45. So lagyan natin ng label. N is the rate, 75 is the base, and 45 is the percentage. Nakita natin ng pinagkaiba. Mas malaki ang value ng base sa percentage. Now, gamit ang proportion para mas madali lamang, isulat natin ang N. N over 100, since my percent sign siya, is equal to percentage over base. So that is 45 divided by or over 75. Isulat din natin sila sa column form. So that is N is to 100 is equal to 45 is to 75. Now, gamit ang cross multiplication at gamit din ang extremes, pag-multiplyin natin ang N at 75. N times 75 is equal to 75N. Means naman 100 times 45 and that is 4,500. Since 75 ang number na katabi ng variable na N, i-divide natin both numbers by 75. So let's cancel 75 and matitira na lamang si letter N. So 4,500 divided by 75 is equal to 60. Kaya 45 is 60% of 75. Pumunta naman tayo sa base, finding the base. Example number 4. In Mr. Laz's math class, 8 pupils got high scores on the test. If this is 20% of the total number of pupils in the class, how many pupils does he have in all? So ang rate natin is 20%. Since my percent sign, isusulat muna natin siya as rate. B, unknown. So hinahanap natin ng letter B. At ang percentage natin ay 8 since mas maliit na number lamang ang 8. Now using decimal, isolve natin ang word problem na ito. Just change the rate to decimal. Ang equation natin, 20% times N equals 8. N represents the unknown. So ang hinahanap natin ay base. I-change natin ang 20% to decimal. 20 divided by 100 equals 0.20 times N equals 8. Now, 0.20 times N equals 0.20N. And that is equal to 8. I-divide natin both numbers by 0.20 since 0.20 ang katabi ng ating variable na N. So, i-cancel natin para matira na ang letter N. 8 divided by 0.20 equals 40. Now, gamit naman ang proportion, tingnan natin. Sulat natin ang 20%. 20 over 100. Or 20 is to 100 is equal to 8 is to N. Cross multiply 20 times N equals 20N. 8 times 100 equals 800. I-divide natin both numbers by 20 since katabi ng variable na N ang 20. So i-cancel lang natin ang 20 para maiwan si letter N. And 800 divided by 20 is equal to 40. And that is our answer. The base is 40. 40 lahat ang pupils ni Mr. Lasso sa kanyang math class. Example number 5. There are 200 participants attended during mathematics seminar workshop. If 40% of this were men and the rest are women, how many are women participated in the mathematics seminar workshop? So ang given natin, if there were 40% men participants, so ibabawas natin yung 40% sa 100. So 100% minus 40% is equal to 60%. Now, since ang hinahanap natin ay women, so therefore, 60% of them are women. Now, isusulat na natin. Rate is equal to 60%. Base is equals to 200. At ang hinahanap natin ay percentage. Sir, bakit po hindi 40% ang isinulat natin na rate? Since ang nakalagay dyan ay 40% of these were men, ibinawas lang natin yung 40 sa 100 kasi ang hinahanap natin ay bilang ng mga babae. Now, using the Tekans triangle, gamitin natin ang formula na P or percentage is equals to rate times base. So P is equal to, substitute the value, 60% times 200. I-change natin ang 60% to decimal. So 60 divided by 100 is equal to 0.60. Pwede rin namang 0.60. Pwede rin 0.6. So 0.60 times 200 is equal to 120. And that is our answer. There were 120 women participants in the seminar workshop.